What's up, everyone? Hey, Mom.
Hey, Max.
What's happening?
I'm in Mexico with you.
Wow. My mom's here with me, guys, and she is going to be reacting to the Stray Kids video with me today, featuring Lino and Han. The thing I like about these guys is they can get super deep, and they have these incredibly close bonds with each other. It's fun to watch, and it's fun to analyze.
So we're going to look at their relationship.
Exactly. Okay. Lino and Han, and then the host is going to be Changbin. So that's what we're going to check out. So a great relationship. And speaking of relationships, either with others or with yourself, this video today is brought to you by BetterHelp. I know it's the new year, it's 2024. This is a great time for a lot of people, including myself, to set some new goals. One is to be a lot more dedicated to my journal practice, to meditating, and to working out more consistently. And I know helping with stress management and anxiety helps me achieve these goals. And one of the ways I've helped myself with those things is through therapy. BetterHelp allows you to have therapy sessions on the phone, video chats, or through messaging. So whatever your comfort level is, you can do that with BetterHelp. BetterHelp can match you with one of over 30,000 therapists in their network, depending on your needs, your preferences, and your location. So to get you started, what will happen is you're going to fill out a questionnaire. It's going to ask you about certain challenges that you have and what kind of therapist you may like. And from there, they'll set you up with someone who they feel is a best fit for you. You'll be matched with a therapist in most cases within 48 hours. And guys, if you don't like or you don't get along or you want a new therapist, it's really easy to change your therapist. If it's just not jiving with you for any reason, with a press of a button, you can get a new therapist. And you can schedule therapy sessions at a time and on a day that is convenient for you. Guys, you can join over 4 million people who are in the BetterHelp network to start living a happier, healthier life. Clicking the link below not only helps support this channel, but it gets you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp so you can connect with a therapist to see if it's a fit for you. All right, guys, let's get into the video today. Thanks for your support, BetterHelp.
네, 안녕하세요. 스트레이키즈에서 다섯째를 맡고 있는 다섯째를 맡고 있는 한입니다.
네.
네, 리노입니다.
리노 씨는요, 정말 호락호락하지 않아요.
네.
네, 정말 호락호락하지 않은 사람인데, 그리고 한 씨는 또 극아이입니다.
네. 계속 다니게 되더라고요. 그리고 만화도 또 공통점으로 좋아하게 됐고.
그렇죠. 아까 말씀드렸던 것처럼.
일단 결이 잘 맞다고 생각을 하고요.
네.
사실 우리 멤버들이 굉장히 형도 그렇고 다 특별한 점이 뭐냐면 형이라고 해서 약간 그런 게 없어요. 나 형이야, 뭔가 나한테 형 대접해줘 이런 게 없고 다들 친구같이 지내가지고 특히나 리노 형도
Because as you
there's a
know,
hierarchy as far as age is concerned, or a different level of respect.
yes, yeah. There's a different way of speaking to someone if they're older or younger than you. But with these guys, they're like, screw all of that. Let's just all be brothers and friends and drop the formalities, which allows you to be closer.
Well, and it's nice to see him being very open about it. Like he's not holding back, how he felt about him, or even their joy in sharing cartoons together. So I don't think there's any holding back of his feelings. And I mean, it'll be interesting to hear as the interview goes on, just how deep he will speak about his affection towards each other.
Yeah, but already you're seeing some transparency.
Yeah, like I don't think he's speaking with an open heart.
I feel like when Han opens his heart, because he, like Changbin said, he can be quite introverted. He likes to keep to himself and do his own thing, it sounds like a lot of the time. But once he's the type of guy that once he's like comfortable and once he's open, the floodgates are just open, right? And he's just this ball of endless energy and life and freedom. He embodies just like a free spirit when he is free, when he can get to that point. It's like a beautiful thing when Han's comfortable.
네, 이렇게 질문을 하면서 이 둘의 대답을 들으면서 이 둘이 왜 친해졌는지를 알 것 같긴 해요.
그렇죠.
네, 되게 비슷합니다.
결이 비슷해요.
결이 정말 비슷해요.
결이 진짜 비슷해요.
네, 저는 결이 비슷한 사람들끼리 잘 못 지내거든요.
왜요?
전 그래요.
잠깐 문제 있으시네요.
봐봐요. 약간 그런 거예요. 저희는 약간 나무 느낌이거든요. 나무가 이제 뭔가 두 개가 여러 가지 조화가 있으면 굉장히 아름다운 숲을 보는데
What a nice analogy that is.
If there's chemistry between trees, it can create a beautiful forest.
Isn't that a beautiful
That
analogy?
is beautiful.
Right?
And these guys guys are songwriters, right?
Yeah, well, I know they're creative thinkers, and
Yeah.
they're very poetic.
Definitely. I love how open Han is here. So just like freely expressive about their relationship.
It's nice, and without being creepy about it.
Yeah.
Like it's like you're not feeling uncomfortable. Hearing him express his feelings towards him. Like he's
No.
done in a way where you can genuinely feel that he has a great affection for his friend.
Right.
But you can tell that the dynamics between the three of them are really great.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
they're all
they're
brothers.
just like really into each other, and they're listening. Like look at how they're looking at each other
Mhm.
and listening to every word, and just even their body language, like his arms are opening, like just sort of opening up himself towards
Totally.
the other.
And I like how Lino's kind of playing the shy one. Like Han's like taking the lead. He's the representative of their relationship right now.
Yeah.
He's the mouthpiece of their relationship.
Well, although we don't know what he's going to say.
Yeah, we'll
next,
see what happens, right?
If it changes.
Right, right.
아무도 없는 데로 갔는데.
뭐 연극을 본다거나.
아 연극을 봤어.
연극 봤죠. 예.
둘 다 되게 각자의 시간을 되게 즐기는 스타일인데.
그러니까 연극을 본다거나 그러면 뭐 이제 좋은 예쁜 카페를 간다거나 이런 게 사실 그런 게 취미인 사람들이 있잖아요. 좀 조용하게 있고 아니면 뭔가 좀 구경하고 싶고 그럴 때가. 근데 그때 딱 잘 맞았던 것 같아요.
타이밍이 잘 맞아 떨어진 것
타이밍이.
같아.
It seems as though they don't like to be the center of attention when they're out.
No.
They like to keep things low key and just enjoy each other's company without, the distractions
Yes.
of, the outside world of people, coming up to them. So they go to things that are quieter. They're not
Totally.
like looking for bravado of any sort. Like they're just two buddies that want to hang out together.
Yes. And that's cool. And one of the things I also said, Mom, about these two is, yeah, they're all over each other in a way, but they understand each other's boundaries, I think, really well. And Han needs his space. I think Lino, to an extent, needs his space as well. And they respect each other in that sense.
I'm sure, their relationship's better than most marriages.
Yeah, probably.
Recognizing each other's boundaries. It's all about being able to read people and understanding them. I think that's what they have, like just really knowing each other. Like really,
it seems
it's like a deep relationship. It's not like, hey, bud, you want to grab a beer and watch a game? And I think they have a lot of depth in that relationship.
그냥 뭐 커피나 이런 거 먹으면서 TV로 무서운 거 얘기 보면서 잤던 거?
아,
형 숙소에서.
안 했을걸 얘기?
저희가 그런 적이 있어요. 형이랑 저녁에 간단하게 밥을 먹고 이대로 헤어지긴 좀 아쉬우니 형 집에서 어차피 걸어서 5분 거리니까 형 집에서 무서운 거 좀 보고 나 갈게.
Man, these guys just love spending time with each other. It's so pure. They don't want it to stop. They don't want it to end. And they're so transparent about it. Like, that's the beautiful thing. Have you seen a relationship like this? Have you ever seen two men really talk about?
I was just going to say, this is a very common relationship amongst women. But you don't see this. It's a rarity with men where they have this type of connection and wanting to sort of share everything and be together and have time with each other. This isn't typical of what you see in relationships with men. And having two boys myself and seeing the relationships that you guys have had with your friends, this is very unique.
Yeah.
It's a very special relationship that even goes even closer than a brotherly relationship. It's almost like they're a couple. I'm not suggesting anything other than they have an intimacy.
Right. Oh, totally. That's well put. That's well put.
서로 화가 났을 때 건들진 않구나.
신경을 안 써요.
신경을 안 써가지고 아니 몰라.
뭔가 이 형이 화가 났어. 아니면 내가 화가 났어. 일단 안 건드려요. 그러니까 성향 자체가 이 형이어서 안 건든다가 아니고 그냥 모든 사람이 뭔가 예민해. 시간이 지나면 풀리겠지라고 하고 그냥 기다려주는 스타일이에요.
맞아.
그리고 뭔가 습관 이런 걸 하기보다는 형 습관이 있어?
엉덩이 만지기.
아 그러네요.
He's so quick too, isn't he, Han? He's my favorite, actually.
Is he?
Yeah, he's my favorite. These guys all actually might be my three favorites
That are,
in Stray Kids.
yeah.
But yeah, again, that goes back to the boundaries.
뭔가 이 형이 화가 났어. 아니면 내가 화가 났어. 일단 안 건드려요.
Nothing worse than someone antagonizing you when you're mad.
No,
Who are you thinking of?
never mind. Not you.
And Han never strikes me as the type of guy that digs. Like he kind of leaves you alone. Like
What a great quality.
What a great quality, right?
Right?
He's an empathetic guy. He cares. He's sensitive, but he's not the type of guy to be like, tell me more. Like, are you okay? What's wrong? Like he gives you your space. That's just the way he rolls.
I like that.
이 형은 그냥 정말 많은 것에 관심이 없어요. 자기가 하고 싶은 것만 하는 그런 스타일이란 말이에요. 저도 약간 그런 스타일이어서 이제 뭔가 하나의 목적이 생기면 야 너 이거 할래? 했을 때 그게 맞으면 이제 또 같이 재밌게 그걸로 노는 거고 야 이거 할래? 한데 제가 안 하면 그럼 또 이 형 혼자 노는 거고 이 형 혼자 잘 다니잖아요.
그렇죠, 잘 다니죠.
약간 그런 케이스예요.
That's so cool, man. I love these guys together. Like, one of the beautiful things about watching Stray Kids is just to see how well they know themselves.
Right.
I think part of why this relationship works so well is because they know themselves well.
But as well as he knows himself, I feel he knows
Lino.
Lino as just
as well as he knows
so
himself.
That's the thing. Is like I think that he feels comfortable in his own skin and that he likes who he is, and I think that they appreciate each other for who they are in that respect.
그러니까 형이 진짜로 그러니까 그래가 해봐요. 그래 이거 그래. 근데 이게 그게 있어요. 진짜 좋을 때랑 평범할 때랑 안 좋을 때가 있어요. 진짜 좋을 때는 그래 그거 하자. 좀 톤이 높아져요. 그래 뭐 쏘쏘 그래 하고 한 10초 후에 한숨을 입으로 안 쉬고 코로 쉬거든요. 이 형.
He knows him so well, like to his very gesture.
I know.
Like just like a nose. Like he just he can read him so well without even him having to say anything or just say a word, and he knows exactly what he's thinking or how he feels.
Oh yeah, these guys are like
They
telepathic.
are so in tune with each other's
I know.
Emotions and
Movements,
feelings.
body
It's like,
language,
it's
everything.
like wow, like
They're so in sync.
they remind me of a married couple. Like
I know.
they just really because if you're going to know that much about something, you've invested interest in that person.
Exactly. And then Lino feels that,
Yeah.
right? So on the other end, imagine how it feels when someone knows you to that
Degree.
detailed of a level.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? And it's
Right.
amazing. So it's special to feel understood and appreciated. That's the key.
And listen to and knowing that you're loved with maybe not even having to say it.
Right.
So I think that's what it is. I mean, I think there's a true love between these guys.
Totally. And you can see they're both kind of quirky and goofy.
Yeah.
And weird.
Yeah.
Right? So they can be their complete goofy, ridiculous selves around each other, knowing that not only is there no judgment, but there's an immense amount of appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
저는 스트레이키즈이자 스테이입니다. 왜냐면 저는 이 가수들을 너무 좋아하거든요.
사기 가입했어요?
네?
사기 가입했어요?
5기 때 가입하려고요?
아,
5기 때 가입하는지 안 하는지 한번 볼게요.
아직 최애가 한 명밖에 없어가지고.
누군데요?
이 형이요.
최애가 리노 형이군요. 둘이 진짜 쿵짝이 너무 잘 맞아요.
And what's interesting is there's no resistance from Lino. A lot of the time in these dynamics, you'll see it's like part of the flirtatiousness, especially amongst Korean men. Part of the playfulness, a lot of the time there's pushback. Like someone will flirt, be like, you're so cute, or you're so funny, you're so handsome. And then sometimes there will be like a submissive sort of response, and sometimes it will be like a defensive response. But the defensiveness is usually part of the play. Lino here, sometimes he'll put his wall up a little, but here what I've noticed with Han is he's completely submissive to him. And maybe I'm wrong. This is just what I'm seeing in this interaction, is that there's no wall there with Lino. They've gotten to a point where they're past any sort of like games in that sense. You know what I mean?
But is that part of the Korean culture?
Yeah, I think male on male sort of affection is definitely common. Affection between males.
Yeah, how nice that is to be able to do that without being judged.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because part of a relationship, I think that strengthens it is the ability to put your arm on someone or make fun or make some lewd comment and not be offended by it.
Yeah.
This is really nice to see.
Cool.
아, 그렇죠. 그때는 모르는 겁니다.
일단 주먹을 쥐고 시작을 했다.
네, 예쁜 추억으로 마무리합시다.
정말 크게 싸웠을 수도 있는 그런
아, 근데 그렇게까지 가진 않아요. 저희가.
그렇죠. 그러면 안 되죠.
제가 쓰러졌겠죠 그냥.
이제 어떻게 그럽니까?
아니 무서워서. 너무 미안해서. 매끄럽지가 않네요. 여기가.
그러니까 뭐 공백 떠가지고.
되게 공백이 막아뜨네요.
대답이
He's so quick. There's something about him that is just, I find, so special.
Well, he's a real entertainer, I think. Like, his personality definitely shines, and he's very comfortable, like, speaking openly. And I find that he is, a little more of a leader in the relationship.
Yes,
Like,
that's what it feels like.
Than Lino.
That's
Like,
what
I
it feels
think-
like for sure. And when he's on, man, you're right. I just wanted to say when he's on, because he can get in his head as well, and I think he probably lives in his head a lot of the time. Han, he likes being by himself, and because his mind goes in so many different directions. So when he's sharp and he's out of his head and he's present, like he's just everywhere. It's more than present almost. Like he's present, but he's also like creating at the same time. He's listening, but he's creating, and it's like he's got 3 different brains operating all at the same time.
그렇게 무게 잡으면서 얘기할 필요도 없는 사람이고
가볍게 툭 할 수 있는.
가볍게 툭 얘기할 수 있는 사람이고
좋은 존재죠.
제일 좀 편안한 점이 뭐냐면 어디에서 뭔가 충고를 굳이 해주려고 하잖아요. 형은 굳이 그러려고 하지는 않고 그냥 다 들어주고 아 그치 그렇겠다 라고 좀 잘 다독여주는 스타일인 것 같아요. 그래서 좀 되게 고마운 것 같아요.
What do you think about that?
I think it's such a beautiful way to honor your friend, like to speak so highly of someone without being embarrassed or without even hesitation.
Yeah.
And I think it's really a very sincere and wonderful expression of love.
Yeah.
For this friendship. What do you think when Lino's listening? Do you feel that he's embarrassed or uncomfortable?
No, because he knows it's genuine.
Yeah.
That's why. I think Lino probably has a good sense of when it's genuine and when it's not, and when people are trying to like intentionally charm him.
Right. It's a very humbling experience to like to be hearing that, because you don't maybe realize how much you mean to another person.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like it feels good. But it's like,
it's
wow,
true. It's true. And I wonder how often he hears this from Han's mouth.
Like he's gonna
say it all the time.
No, but someone's asking him and he's revealing how he feels. Like I think he's feeling humbled, and that's a different emotion, and that's like a good feeling. Like, wow, this makes me feel amazing, and I'm humbled that my friend feels so strongly about me.
Amazing. Okay.
비유를 하자면 약간 별장 있어도 되고 없어도 되는데 그러니까 별장이 사람들이 이제 뭐 내가 쉬고 싶을 때 가거나 놀고 싶을 때 가거나 하려고 이제 두는 거잖아요.
그렇죠.
예, 좀 여유롭게 보내고 싶을 때 내가 쉬고 싶을 때도 얘한테 가도 되고 놀고 싶을 때도 가도 되고.
That's kind of cool, right? That's kind of a nice analogy, no? It's like a vacation house, right? And
it's a different way of expressing how you feel. He's not quite as open about his emotions as Han is. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that's a good analogy. Like, it feels like I can just come and unwind. I mean, that's pretty cool that you feel that you can come somewhere and feel totally comfortable, and it's like, just relax, be yourself.
I think there's a lot that can be implied from that analogy.
Yes.
사회의 대통령은 방찬 씨인 거네요.
That's the leader of
이분에
the
대한
group.
생각하는 그 방식이 정말 대단해요, 이 둘은.
왜요? 이거 아니에요?
뭐가 있죠? 대통령 다음에?
아니 그런 질문이 아니에요. 그러면 우리는 뭐 어떻게 할까요?
백성?
네.
정도 될까요?
Do you notice that his arm is resting on
near
him? Like just that connection. Just that connection. It doesn't look like it's not a sexual thing. It's a small gesture of knowing that I'm here beside you and we're one.
Yeah, we're together.
We're together and we're good friends, and it's okay.
For sure.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, like you said, kind of like a marriage, right?
Yeah.
It's like a healthy married couple.
A healthy marriage without the benefits.
Guys, we just had a power outage in our place. Just a heads up, we might look a little bit different, and the lighting may be a little bit different in the place right after this clip. Yeah, and so we're back here.
제가 봤을 때 한이는 뭔가 다양한 곳에 발을 뻗어놓고 지탱해주고 있는 그런
낙지?
역할이 아닌가. 낙지 좋네요.
낙지네요.
되게 많은 걸 잘하잖아요, 얘가.
잘하죠.
작사 작곡이나 춤도 잘 추고 노래도 잘하고 랩도 잘하고 비주얼도 반반의 뭐.
뭔 말인지 알 것 같아요.
Do you think? I think Han might have been a little uncomfortable receiving those compliments. No?
Well, I felt that the compliments were very different in the way they were delivered. I felt that Hans was very open about his character, about his soul, about his generosity, and I felt that Lino was more. He uses it was
analogies.
It was very metaphorical, rather than talking about he's kind and I can speak openly to him. So I don't think he's as comfortable expressing his emotions as Han seems to
No,
be.
I don't think that's what it sems to be.
거의 둘이 온전히 저희 둘이서 분량 뽑으려면 중간에 누군가 계속 주제를 이제 바꿔주는 사람이 그러니까 얘기를 하다 보면 너무 산으로 가니까 그러니까 누가 중심에 한 명 있어야 우리가 이제 카메라를 찍을 수 있는데 그래서 저희한테 카메라를 찍어오면 거의 못 쓰는 거예요. 그냥 뭔 얘기하는지 모르니까 하다가 뭐
그것도
얘기하다가
나름대로의
저기
재미가 있을 것 같아요.
I think that's also when he was saying that they wouldn't understand what we were talking about. I think that's really also another sign of a really good friendship is that when you just can shoot the shit and talk about anything and you just sort of go with the flow and you're riffing and it's like you get it and it you might finish the thought or you might finish the sentence or you may not, but you go on to something else and you're always in sync with one another's thoughts.
Yeah. That you think that's a sign of a close friendship?
I think so, and just really a connection, like a deeper connection when you're able to do that.
뭐 카메라만
거치만
주신다면
하셔서 하시면
그냥
되니까.
거치만 해서
네, 거치만 해서.
카메라 한 5대 들고 가가지고 거치만 해놓고
오케이
그러고 있죠.
그쪽에서 하나
나쁘지 않은 것 같아요. 네.
What do you think about this? Just like a really famous pop group sitting down and they're just talking about their relationship.
I think it's really important because when we looked at the songs of the other K-pop groups that we looked at together, it was just them performing, and I was thinking, I wonder what they're like.
Yeah.
Their dynamics are like off stage.
Yeah.
Because I really think that the dynamics that you have off stage is going to make for a better performance on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like any job. Like if you like who you're working with, you're going to work better.
Yeah.
You're going to work harder. You want to perform. You want to please.
Definitely.
So I
couldn't
think,
agree more.
I think that having the opportunity to see these guys, then you realize maybe this is why they perform so well. It's because they really like each other.
Yeah, I think you're right on the money. You hit the nail on the head for sure.
좋은 작업물이 하나 나올 것 같고 한이는 또 써둔 노래가 너무 많아요.
아 그쵸
너무 많은데 그 승례를 낼 때 어떤 기준으로 해서 그걸 정하게 되는 거예요? 뭔가 아끼고 싶을 수도 있고 이거는 뭔가 이렇게 할 수도 있는데 이건 승례로 내고 싶다 하는 그 기준 아니면 그리고 지금 가장 애정이 가는 그런 승례 곡이 있다든가.
And now you can kind of get to see like why fan bases are so connected to the artists and why the following is so deep.
Well, if they allow them in. I mean, this is only. I think they're doing it because they just enjoy interacting. With it. But I think they realize that their fans want to know a little bit more of who they are, and it's a good marketing ploy.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, right?
Of
like
course
you know us, you love us more. We're going to increase our viewership.
Exactly.
그러니까 이제부터는 뭔가 계속 해왔던 것보다는 새로운 걸 보여주고 싶다라는 생각이 커져서 이제 시작을 했던 거고 그리고 그 이후로는 사실 뭔가 곡을 써주고 아니면 같이 하든가 그렇게 했었잖아요. 그래서 앞으로는 좀 더 다양한 모습을 보여주지 않을까 싶어요.
Would you say Han's cool?
I think he's very cool and he's very confident and he seems multi-talented.
Yeah.
Self-assured and he's got direction. I mean, he's got it all.
Totally.
And he's a really nice-looking guy. And he's not just like pigeon-toed into like just doing this. Like he's got a vision.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's
Sounds like you got a thing for Han.
Yeah, I'll adopt him.
He doesn't try to be cool. Yes, he's a performer.
That's what makes him cool.
I think that's what makes him cool. Like I don't think he would know how to be cool if he tried. Like he's just it just feels like he's so himself.
Yeah, he's natural.
It's so natural.
Right. You know what's cool? Authenticity. I think that's what's cool.
That is cool.
He's
and owning
Mr.
it.
Authenticity. That's who he is. Like there's no bullshit about him. Like he just seems like just a super nice guy.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Transparent. Totally cool.
이제 저한테 이제 메시지로 그 노래를 딱 보내주셨어요. 곧 나갈 거야 하면서 딱 들었는데 저는 그때 이제 완성본을 처음 들어본 거거든요. 이제 믹싱 다 되고 그런 걸 처음 들어봤는데 아주 한이가 고생했겠더라고요. 이 녹음하는 날 제가
You know what's nice is you don't hear a hint of any jealousy or envy or it's a real support that he's giving his friend. Like I thought about how hard he must have worked. It's just really nice that he's giving him the kudos that he deserves without even thinking about it.
Right. It's nice bringing you in here for a more objective analysis because I'm so kind of in this world now.
Right.
So I almost take it for granted, or I don't know if the word is desensitized to how healthy this relationship is.
Well, I guess we just need to start our own channel. What do you think?
Okay, comment below.
한이랑 저가 좀 좀 듣는 아니면 좀 좋아하는 그 성향이 좀 비슷한 것 같아요.
비슷하죠.
그쵸.
그러니까 한이는 듣는 게 좀 되게 많이 있고
네.
이 분야 저 분야를 좀 많이 듣는데 저는 한 분야에 빠지면 한 분야밖에 안 듣는단 말이에요.
네네.
근데 그 제가 빠졌던 한 분야에 얘랑도 이제 접점이 생겨가지고 노래 얘기도 많이 하고 같이 노래도 부르고 저희 이제 노래방도 몰래
Okay, so I know I have a lot to say.
No, it's good.
But you know, even that alone speaks to like I have my own genre of music, and he brings and Han took an interest.
I know.
Wanted
That's
to
the
know,
beautiful thing.
like you know,
I
like,
know.
and it's like okay, you like this. I'm going to come into your world. and explore it
Yeah.
because my best friend happens to like this, and I
Yeah.
want to be part of it.
Yes, exactly.
And I thought, like,
Yeah.
how nice is that
It's
to
so
want
it's
to.
so nice.
여기는 진짜로 되게 편안한 분위기였고
네.
카메라 상관없이 굉장히 사적인 분위기처럼 네,
오.
좋았던 것 같습니다.
네, 리노 형은요?
Cool.
뭐 이렇게 한이랑 자주 얘기를 합니다. 근데 이렇게 또 여기 와서 또 다른 주제가 있는 얘기들을 또 하니까
네.
좀 색다른 것 같고 저희가 항상 얘기하면 주제가 없거든요.
네.
네, 그 얘기를 끄집어내는 게 참 쉽지 않은 둘이에요.
아, 그렇죠, 그렇죠,
네.
그렇죠.
I was just going to say, like, now that I've watched them and, you know, just had more observation of their chemistry and their relationship, they have the maturity of a relationship of older people.
Yeah.
Because you don't often find this type of depth in young people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're goofing around, they're drinking,
Yeah.
they're partying, they're out with their friends, but they're older souls almost.
Yeah, I know.
They're good role models.
Yes, I think that's a great point.
When you have Stay or anyone for that matter, you know, watching these two young men and how
They treat each
and how
other.
respectful they are
Yeah.
to it and how much they cherish each other's
Mhm.
relationship.
Mhm.
I think that's what you want to look up to.
Right.
This is you know, we're not talking drugs or alcohol or what, like this is the way it should be.
Totally.
And I
Totally.
think it's wonderful to see young people interact in such a mature and a loving way.
Yeah, and you can still have fun while doing it. It
Right.
doesn't mean you're like they're having a great time. They're having a
Absolutely.
blast.
Right.
So it's not like you can't have fun and still have this really healthy, mature relationship.
It's not like that at all.
It's my mom's thing. She likes to
I always
say.
say it's not like.
주인공이 되셨어요.
네.
기분이 되게 남다르실 것 같아요.
아, 어떠세요?
전 기분이 너무 좋습니다.
왜요?
마지막에 이 둘의 조합과 함께 제가
네,
여기
네,
낄 수 있다는 것만으로도 너무 영광이라고 생각을 하고요. 저는 이만 가보도록 하겠습니다. 다음에 또 다음 좋은 기회에
네.
또 함께 이렇게 볼 수 있는 기회가 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
아유,
장빈아 고생했어. 안녕.
원래 3인칭도 써?
I'm so glad you got to see this and you got to see this relationship. We're going to check out a song right now. But guys, I hope you love that reaction. I think my mom did an amazing job.
Thanks, Max.
You're welcome. And if you want to watch our uncut reaction and analysis, you can go straight to my Patreon page. I've included the link in my description below. For everyone else, we're going to check out the performance here at the end, and we'll talk to you very soon. Love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.